Hello, beautiful souls. It's been quite a while since I made any content on this channel. I've been busy creating online offerings and sharing within my private Facebook group, and I've been doing a lot more things on social media platforms, on Instagram, and yeah, my YouTube channel sadly got a little bit neglected this year, which is definitely going to change in 2025. And as we are just about to enter this new year, I felt really compelled to create a video and share with you the new perspective shift that I've had around goal setting and planning and manifestation. And I'm kind of done with manifestation. And it was funny because this year was the year where I really kind of got back into manifesting and kind of mapping out this year of what my ideal year would be like, and having these very specific goals and milestones in place. And I started the year every day listening to a really inspiring piece of music as I read out this manifesto, as though I'd gotten to the end of the year and I was talking about all of the things that had happened as if they had happened. And in the moment, it felt really good, cultivating all of these really incredible feelings as though everything had already happened, and following a lot of these kind of mainstream manifestation techniques of, really putting yourself in that story and turning up the colors and turning up the brightness and the feelings and making everything bigger, and getting drawn into all this success and achievements and all the incredible things, and feeling that hit of feel-good feelings, of the serotonin, of everything else that comes along with imagining that everything has gone to your most idealistic plan. And what happened is that as the weeks and the months went by, certain things didn't go the way that I had hoped. And there were some bigger projects that really didn't go to plan at all, and I've had my most contrasting year, from having the most success, accomplishing so much, doing so many incredible things, feeling the most proud of myself that I've ever felt, and in the same year having my lowest low and slipping into a depressive episode where I was having life-ending thoughts. And I've never had a year of such a huge contrast of the highest highs and the lowest of lows. And I realized that one of the best things that happened to me wasn't even on this manifesto that I was reading out every day. And so this perspective shift that I've had is that sometimes the best things that can possibly happen to us aren't part of our plan, that they are part of the divine plan. And I've realized that you can't truly be open, you can't truly surrender to the divine orchestration of things. You can't fully tap into the ease of the unfolding of how things are supposed to be if you are so fixated on particular outcomes. And from people that I've spoken to and from my own personal experience with manifestation is the times where I've really gotten into manifestation and I've really believed that these things are going to happen, and I've put myself there and I've envisioned it, and I tap into it on a regular basis, that I feel that it really creates this, it's creating a false happiness. And you might say, well, how can there be such thing as a false happiness? Like, happiness is happiness. But when you're cultivating all these really good feelings on this future projected idea that may or may not happen, it's not really, it feels false to me. And I know that these manifestation techniques are really popular, and I know that they do work for a lot of people. I know that there's people that have had tremendous success from using a lot of manifestation techniques that I was using. But at the end of the day, everyone's different. Different horses for different courses. And so I know through my experience that I am someone that it just doesn't work for me. It really doesn't work to kind of plan out my year and on a daily basis cultivate these good feelings on some future that has quite a slim chance of actually happening. And so with this new perspective shift that I've had, I have very, very few goals this year. And a lot of my goals are much more kind of internal, personal goals that are around health and happiness than achieving specific things, or having success or financial success in with certain projects. There are definitely things that I would like to do. I still have desires, I still have aspirations, but instead of thinking about how good it's going to feel when that happens, I'm not even going to let myself daydream about it. I know that there's certain things that I would like, but I am putting myself in a position to be completely open to it not happening. I am just not going to fixate on things going a particular way or things going my way. And I think that that's the point to make, is that there are things that are going to happen to me that are far better and beyond my own plan. And so, although I do have specific goals, I'm also telling myself this may not happen. There's a chance that this thing that I want may not happen, rather than, okay, I'm putting myself there, I'm imagining it, I'm putting myself there, I'm imagining it, I'm seeing it as though it's happening, I'm feeling the feelings. Instead of doing that whole thing, it's like, okay, I'd like to do this, but if it doesn't happen, it's okay. And I'm really not imagining where or what I'm going to be doing this time next year. I have a few things that I know are going to happen. I'm going to Thailand at the end of January to do a yoga teacher training and to do some breathwork ceremonies there. There's a couple of festivals that I would like to do, a few other little things, but really I'm open. I'm just surrendering to the divine orchestration of it all. And it's really quite funny to have this perspective shift, because last year when I started to get into spiritual life coaching, my focus was around holistic goal setting and utilizing a lot of these manifestation techniques. And I've now completely thrown that out the window, at least for myself. I know that this can be really great and useful for some people, but my experience is to not get caught up in what I think is the most ideal plan for myself, and to not create this false happiness. So instead of every day reading out this manifesto around a future idea, I'm going to see how it is to cultivate those same really great high feelings, but with where I'm at right now. So instead of it being cultivating these feelings over this future projected idea, actually cultivating those feelings because of where I'm at now, because of the success that I've had in the past, the memories, the great memories, the gratitude, and that feels more sincere. It feels like a more sincere, real type of happiness and joy. And so, yeah, I just wanted to jump on here and share this perspective shift that I've had, because maybe you're someone that also has not had success with manifestation. Maybe you're someone that has gotten a bit down when things don't go to this ideal plan that you have. And so for the first time ever, I'm really just being totally open to it all and continuing to remember that there is this divine orchestration that is happening all around me, all around us, at all times. Even just before filming this video, I realized my new microphone setup that I had, I don't have one of the parts that I need, so I can't use the microphone. And I just had to laugh, and like, for whatever reason, that was not supposed to, I wasn't supposed to be using my new microphone that I've got, and just laugh it off and just thank you. Thank you for the divine orchestration, whatever the reason behind that not going to plan is. I thank you for it, and just allowing that type of surrender to continue throughout the year. Because I feel like being fixated on a particular plan also creates some blockages as well. And I think once you are cultivating this really good feeling and you really believe that all of these things are going to happen, for me personally, I know that I get caught up in that. And I'm like, well, I'm going to create these online programs, and I'm going to make all this money doing this, I'm going to have this many people, and it's all going to happen, and I'm feeling so good about it. And then when it doesn't happen, it's like a massive crash. And so I don't want to be creating these false peaks in happiness. I'd rather cultivate real happiness that isn't reliant on some external future outcome. And so I'm wishing you all the best for 2025. And yeah, I hope that you can find ways to cultivate the surrendering to the divine unfolding, to the divine orchestration of your path in 2025.